15th floor. This is the highest level accessible on the ship. We're here in the Skylight Chapel. This is the only thing that's up here on the 15th floor. They have weddings up here. There's a Sabbath service here this evening. Actually, no windows. You'll see why once we get to the outside. Not a whole lot to see up here in this room, but it is a nice little area. Okay, time to make our way down to the 14th. Okay, we're now here on the 14th floor. There's not a whole lot to see here except for a few restaurants and bars, but we'll take a look around. These windows are facing towards the front of the ship. Got a nice view here. Where DJ Dennis turns the tables in the evening. Walking our way over here. Morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Doing well?
Yes, sir.
What if I look around?
Yeah. This is for you.
Oh, sure. Thank you. This is Izumi, the sushi bar. I won't be eating here, but it's a very nice place to look and see. Very nice views over here. Thank you. Thank you. Let's take one more look around here on the 14th before we head down. Some kitchen areas. It looks like the Diamond Club door is open. Let's take a peek. Very nice. All right, that completes our tour of the 14th floor. I will see you on the 13th. Okay, we're here on the 13th floor, towards the back end of the ship. So by each of the elevators, each of the two elevator sections, there's this map. As soon as you set out the elevator, shows you what floor you're on, where you are, and some highlights of what's on those floors. They don't have this on the 15th and 14th where we just were. That's why I didn't point these out to you. No, we are going to be avoiding some of the floors this morning that are just the staterooms. Those aren't very exciting to see. But we're going to hit as many of the other floors as we can and see everything else that we can, without going into the restricted areas or the ones for the crew members only. So let's see what we can find here on the 13th. According to the map, we can see the sport courts, the dunes, the flow rider, the rock climbing wall, and the sport court. So let's go see what we can find. Especially in the morning after a night of high winds, you'll see a lot of these caution signs. A lot of water does seem to splash up in the evenings, so we gotta watch our step. It does get slippery. That's what we can see here. So we have ping pong tables aplenty out here. Let's walk over here. We're gonna slip up to the. See, this little section right here is the rock wall that is technically on the 14th floor, but you can't access it from the 14th floor. I did have the opportunity to climb that a couple times. You can check out that footage in the supplement video. It was pretty cool. I got some great video footage from up there. So here's the sport court. They had some basketball tournaments, volleyball tournaments, soccer, all kinds of stuff. Looks like maybe, I don't know, probably one of the soccer goals. I like to play the music pretty loud. Turn back to the very back of the ship. Good morning. So this is a lowrider, which is the wave simulator. I don't expect it to be. It's not turned on right now. It'll be turned on later. This is where you can simulate body surfing, bodyboarding, things like that. It's a lot of fun. I didn't feel like embarrassing myself too much on this trip, so I don't know if I'll give that a try. I'm going to try to show you the back of the very over the back of the ship from every level, so you can see how much louder and how much more water should up. And as you can see it better as we get down on the levels, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty long lake there. We can see it's not as wide as I would have thought. But once we get closer down to the bottom, you'll really see how much water is being churned up down there. There's not a whole lot of people out at this hour. Well, I chose to do the tour now, so hopefully, it won't be as many people, won't get as many looks. So we have our miniature putt course. This is the back of the course. It starts at the other end on the sport court. Walk through this. This is kind of nice, relaxing. Play a few holes before breakfast, maybe. Very good. Just gonna step over these rocks here. Yeah, see, we get a better view from. So the wedding chapel, or the skylight chapel, is kind of behind the rock on the other side, built in, to where the exhaust ports are. So that's why there's no windows up there. So I told you I would show you that. Why there wasn't any windows. Okay. Let's head back inside here on the 13th. I don't think there's anything else, at least not in this section. Like I said, it's kind of because we can only access things from certain sides. Oops, I'm gonna push that. There's these Purell things everywhere. They really encourage it. I try to Purell as often as I can, and wash my hands as often as you can. There's just with this many people on the boat, it's always a good idea. Let's walk down here just to make sure there isn't anything we want to see. I don't think there is. No, there isn't. Okay, so if there is, there are some more sections of 13 over on the other side, on the forward end of the ship. But we'll catch up with that later. I'll see you down on the 12th. Okay, here we are on the 12th floor, on the back end of the ship, the aft end, according to the map. So here, this is there highlighted. We can see what we can see here on deck 12. It's not all on the back end of the ship. We're gonna again see as much as we can before we make it to the forward part of the ship. So here there's a lot of the daycare areas. Different. They have different rooms for different age groups. We're gonna check out the inside before we check out the outside. So we can walk back here in the arcade. Some afternoons and evenings there's a ton of kids. Back there's some adults too. It's no standing room only. It's you have a lot of fun back here. You see we got a great selection of video games. I played some air hockey earlier, some skee ball. It's a lot of fun back here. And you can play these by accessing or by using their CPass card, which is the card we get when we come on board. So the parents have to pay for it. Morning. The Guitar Hero song scared me. So, and then here's some other nurseries over here. Again, for different age kids. Okay, so let's hop outside now and see what else we can see on the 12th. Here's another back entrance to the arcade, as well as one of the many specialty restaurants, Johnny Rockets. Direction. Here's the start line. So you see we got a great view down. This is the main pool area. A lot of seating, a lot of lounge chairs. They really know how to pack them together. Morning. So we are about 24 hours from Port and Galveston. So you can see there's still nothing from all angles here, nothing but water around us. The water is still pretty blue. We'll get a better view of the water later on. even though I know we're taking care of the 12th floor. We'll just pop up here real quick. I guess this would technically be the 13th, but it's the higher lounge area for those that don't want to be by the pool. Nice. They have a TV out here. They show news in the morning typically. Sports Center sometimes they show movies at night for the kids and the adults, etc. This is only accessible here in the middle of the deck. And again, although this would technically be on the 13th level, it's only accessible from the 12th. It's another great lounge area facing towards the front. So a lot of the radar equipment is up here. There's some engine equipment in here, all kinds of stuff. Some radar equipment, and you can see these these speakers everywhere. Whenever the captain or anyone else makes an announcement, it's broadcast all over the ship. Let's take a look here out the front. We can barely see the front end of the ship there. We'll be down there in a second. That's accessible on deck 4 actually. This is a very nice area. Again, for people that don't want to be by the pool, whatever. Less kids up here. So we'll head back down here to the 12th and check out. Inside in the forward area on the 12th. So we get another view there of what's underneath. Those exhausts again where that skylight chapel is. Again, explaining why I don't see any windows there. It's very windy this morning. It seems to be a lot windier in the morning. Let's see. Let us in this door? Sure they will. Alright. Great little walkway here on the elevator bank. So now we're in the forward end of the ship. So the rest of this forward here is just staterooms, but this is the entrance to the spa and fitness facility. We can also access that down at the 11th, so that's what we're going to get into there. Okay, so that completes the 12th floor. I will see you guys down on the 11th in a minute.